So if we take a look at our agenda slide, we'll be looking first at the Skykick case history and the background facts. And we will need to look in some depth at what happened at first instance and the judgments of Mr. Justice Arnold, even though they turned out to be wrong. But it's very instructive to look at those first before we find out what the law actually is. We will take a look at bad faith as grounds of invalidity in the UK in particular, and what the scope of bad faith is in outline. Although, as I said, I'm not going to go into bad faith in full detail. And then we'll look at what was decided both by the CJEU and the English Court of Appeal. Now, we also need to contrast this with the requirements for use of a trademark and intention to use the trademark at various stages in the life of a trademark application and registration, as I will explain. I'll briefly look at the wider international context for this issue. And then finally, we will round off with some practical takeaways for UK trademark specifications. The general principles of bad faith were set out by Mr. Justice Arnold again in Red Bull against Sunmark in 2012. A key point here is that there must be a finding of conduct that is judged by ordinary standards of honest people to be dishonest or otherwise fall short of the standards of acceptable commercial behaviour. Now, the Court of Appeal in Skykick relied in particular on two other English authorities. The first being this Jaguar Land Rover case, where Jaguar Land Rover had registered Defender for the following goods: land vehicles, motor vehicles, motor land vehicles. The bad faith allegation was that there was only an intention to use that mark for a single car product whose features have remained the same since 1948. But it was found that the applicants did have an intention to use the mark for land vehicles, motor vehicles, and motor land vehicles, albeit of particular kinds,